Alrighty, what is up, Thunder Nation? Welcome back to Thunder Fan Down Under. Before we get into it, just saying this is a banger, so hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. If you're into it, you don't have to, but it helps the channel out. Comment below anything you want to comment. I'm always up for a chat. But yeah, as per the title, free agency day one is finito, and there's a lot of big moves, a lot of signings, and some cool stuff going on around the league. Like we'll start off with the Lonzo Ball signing and trade. Interesting. And I'm all for it, keen to see it. I want to see Lonzo in Chicago absolutely dominate. I want him to take Chicago to the promised land once again. Because yes, he's not a massive star player, but he's the piece that fits perfectly well in their system. He's going to make Zach LaVine better. He can definitely do the pick and roll with Vucevic. Vucevic? Pretty sure that's who it is. Anyway, the big man on that team, he's going to make him better. As you can see, I don't watch too much Bulls basketball, but who cares? Next one is the Miami Heat signed Kyle Lowry. That's an interesting one. I didn't expect it, but they're doing something interesting over there. They're pretty defensively built there, but they've also just re-signed Duncan Robinson to a 5-year, $90 million deal. Interesting. Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson, probably a good little system they got there. Defensively well, sound. It's going to be very strong back there. They're pretty disappointing last season with their swept. They got swept in the playoffs. So it'll be good to see them sort of get back into playoff contention with Kyle Lowry adding to their squad. Interesting. And if you haven't noticed, I'm very quick on this one. I tend to not stick around too long in one area. I like to move it on pretty quickly, and we're going to roll pretty quickly in this one as well because look, I don't like my videos going too long. You guys don't want to be sitting here for 20 minutes. So we're just going to go really quickly on this one. This is just a recap. Alright, now we've also got restricted free agent Jarrett returning to Cleveland on a 5-year, $100 million deal. Him and Evan Mobley, I can see working pretty well. Because Evan likes to stretch the floor a bit, and while Jarrett's a very defensively paint beast, he can also rebound pretty well. Evan Mobley, working on his shooting, very versatile, should be a good fit down there, I reckon. Smaller one with Will Barton agreeing to a 2-year, $32 million deal at the Nuggets, returning back. He's going to run it back. He's going to be good. He's coming off an injury, but I can see him really doing well for that team. Mike Conley with a 3-year, $72.5 million deal, going back to the Jazz, as expected. As expected. Not going to stay long on that one. TJ McConnell, Indiana Pacers with 4 years, $35 million deal. Kelly Olynyk, a 3-year, $37 million deal to the Detroit Pistons. That one I didn't see coming. He's probably going to do quite well there. He's probably going to get that starting role because there's not much out there for him to play with. But yeah, they got Cade Cunningham anyway, so it should be interesting. I'm pretty sure I'm going to tune into a few of their games. Not going to watch it for Kelly Olynyk, going to watch it for Cade, but it should be good to get through it. Nerlens Noel goes back to New York for a 3-year, $32 million deal. He's a player to watch. He's no one special, but he's very good at what he does quietly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's a very quiet beast. I loved him when he was at Oklahoma. Miss him dearly. But, yeah, they're going to run it back with him. They also got Alec Burks to return to a 3-year, $30 million deal. So that's a good little steal because he can score off the bench. Cameron Payne's going back to Phoenix, and just like how he's returning, so is Chris Paul on a massive deal. What was it? It was a 4-year, $120 million deal. Now, coming back with his age, 4 years is a long time with a lot of money, but it's Chris Paul. He's easily the best point guard on the market there in free agency, and they would have to fight. Like, what would you rather? Having a good point guard leaving you because he's asking for too much, and have Cameron Payne step up for him? Cameron Payne's not too bad, but he's not Chris Paul. Chris Paul is going to give you a good solid 2 years. On his 3rd year, he's going to be a little bit less, but he's still going to dominate. And then in his 4th year, his last year, he'll probably end up retiring after that. So yeah, I reckon he's worth that money. He's going to do well there. Then we've got Tim Hardaway Jr., who's agreeing to a 4-year, $74 million deal down at Dallas. Very, very familiar place, but you know, he can do fine with Luka. I'm sure he'll do something. Scrolling down a little bit, we got Doug McDermott heading to San Antonio Spurs. on a $42 million 3-year deal. Interesting. They sort of need some shooting and scoring. I reckon he can provide that. Don't give me buckets. He was, I believe, an Oklahoma player one season, but nothing special. But you know what? It could be his year at San Antonio. Bobby Portis showing his love and loyalty at the Milwaukee Bucks. He's calling it home from now on because he's been shipped around a fair bit. He's finally found a place, and I'm happy for him. And if you're not happy for him, don't say it to his face. He'll probably punch you. Then we scroll down to Mo Harkless agreed to a 2-year, $9 million deal at Sacramento. No one really cares about that. It's Mo Harkless. Now we're going to dive into the little rabbit hole of the old man squad, Los Angeles Lakers. Now I'm meaning it's an old man squad because I'm pretty sure they're going to be one of the oldest teams in NBA history by age average. At the start, they were like, oh, they're going to get all these players that can't shoot. They're going to be the worst three-point shooting team in the league. But I'm pretty sure they're picking up now. They're just picking up little pieces around the league. Like, they just sneakily picked up Wayne Ellington to a 1-year deal. He used to be there a while ago, but he can shoot. He can shoot, what was it, a 38% from the three-point line during his 14-year NBA career. Now, that's pretty solid. That's pretty consistent. So that's their shooting that they're going to need, probably coming off the bench. They also just got back Dwight Howard for the 3rd time. Interesting to see. And I love Dwight Howard. I for one, I really did want him to go to LA. I don't know why. Like, I didn't want them to be a super squad or anything. But Dwight is getting older. He's a little slower, but he's still good. He's still a player that you want coming off your bench because he's a very dominant role player at his age now. So, yeah, and he also helped them win the title back in the Corona days. So, interesting. Atlanta picked up Solomon Hill. Mike Muscala is back on the squad. Not much to change there. He probably won't. I don't even know if he'll even get many minutes. But yeah, we got him on a 2-year, $7 million deal. Nice and cheap. He could help mentor the young Bucks. Anyway, we got what I love to see, guard Alex Caruso heading to Chicago. 4-year, $37 million deal. Now that's good. That's good. He apparently had several interests from several different teams, and he went for the Bulls. Now I'm loving it because yeah, they needed that. I'm pretty sure. And also another quick one is the Lakers picked up Trevor Ariza, so that's also another good veteran to sign, and he could definitely work well into their system. We'll go back down here a little. We got the Clippers agreeing to keep Nick Batum to a 2-year deal. Gary Trent is staying in Toronto for a 3-year, $54 million deal. We got Evan Fournier heading over to New York. Now, a lot of people are like, what are you doing in New York? Seriously, what are you doing? Now, come to think, this free agency isn't a blockbuster free agency. So the players that are on this list tend to get paid a lot more because it's a tighter, like really hard to get players in a shitter free agency period, you know what I mean? Like, so if you ask me, Evan Fournier is a good pickup for New York. He can provide buckets. He is a bucket getter. He was very good for Orlando. So them picking up that player is actually a little sweet little thing for them because they need scoring because they struggled with it last season a little bit. Now we got Reggie Bullock, 3-year deal, $30 million with Mavs. Corey Joseph is a 2-year, $10 million deal with Detroit. He's actually a little sneaky one, I would say, for them. Trey Lyles is going there for a 2-year, $5 million deal. Austin Rivers is staying at Denver. He's staying at Denver on a little cheap contract by the looks of it. And another pickup for the Lakers with their shooting woes is Kent Bazemore. Pretty sure he was a Laker at one stage in his career. I know he was down at Golden State, but yeah, he was in that area. He's not the best shooter, but he can knock down that 3 if possible, and he provides a good role off the bench, which I reckon is a good thing for them. And another little sneaky thing is, I've been following this kid on Instagram for a long time, Mac McClung. He is, I don't know, I just love watching him play, especially when he was in high school, dunking over everybody. In college, he developed a shot, and he's gotten a lot better at smarter plays, and he's more mature. Picked up by the Lakers by their G League camp, so I'm keen to see him hopefully ball out for them. Anyway, that's really it. There is a lot more moves going around, and free agency isn't done. But that's just my little recap on it. I hope you guys liked the video. I know I've talked a lot of stuff really quickly, and I changed a lot of subjects really quickly, but that's what I'm just here for, a rapid fire sort of thing. If you liked the video, hit that thumbs up. Comment below things that I've missed, because I'd like to read comments of what I've missed and keep me up to date via you guys. Anyway, that's really it for me. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel for more content, and that's it. Anyway, peace guys. Alright, just before I do end the video, while I was editing this quick little video, SGA re-signed for 5 years, $172 million contract. That is mad. I wanted him back. He's back. Thank God. Also, Trae Young has also signed an extension for 5 years, $207 million. Damn. How about that, eh? Before I go, I just want to let you guys know that I've decided to start a Instagram page, ThunderFan Down Under, and also a Twitter, ThunderFan Down Under. Now, it's not, you don't have to go follow it or do anything about it, but I've just put them out there. It's up to you guys if you want to go follow it. I will put a link in the description for those pages. And if you guys want to follow, hit that follow button. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. I'm signing out. Catch you later.